Seems to me he feels he has the secret to something.
A secret as old as the Bible.
Can you make gold?
Can I make gold?
Would you consider yourself an alchemist?
Because you're making gold, aren't you?
Yes.
People will die because of this. People have been killed because of this.
But Don tells me of a guy in Utah who supposedly uses a more modern and safer technique to make gold. So I decide what the hell. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Would you consider yourself an alchemist?
Yes, I mean, technically I am an alchemist.
Because you're making gold, aren't you?
Yes.
Actually making gold.
Actually, physically making gold in gram size and even ounce size quantities of gold.
And sure enough, right there on his bookshelf, there's more gold.
We can take a bar of silver and get 30 to 40% conversion of it into gold.
Dr. Champion tells me he made it himself, using a kind of homemade nuclear reactor.
So this is... you're working in a garage?
Right. Uh-huh.
This is it?
This is it.
I'm amazed. You're making gold in a garage.
Yeah.
What else can you show me?
Well, I tell you what, not on camera, I can show you what's inside.
Okay, I'll turn the camera off.
I'm not sure why he asked me to turn the camera off. Inside, all I saw was what looked like a Subway sandwich wrapped in tin foil.
I brought a piece of silver with me, as you requested.
Okay.
6 ounces. And what's going to happen to it?
That we're going to convert it to 30 to 40% gold.
These nuclear reactions you're talking about?
Yeah, yes.
Is this cold fission?
Cold fusion.
Cold fusion.
It's not, but it's very similar to it.
And you're not going to just paint it?
I tell you what, well, you'll be able to scratch it and find out that the gold goes all the way through it.
I have no idea what to make of that.
Is he absolutely mad, or is he going to get a Nobel Prize? That is insane. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
3, 2, 1.
A week later, it's time to collect my gold.
You got something to show me?
I don't know how well you can see that as far as the gold in it, but this is that 6-ounce silver bar you bought me. We tested, it tested 8 to 10 carats gold by electronic tester, and we did a physical test today, actually drilled it. As you can see, the drill holes in it at different places, and two drill holes, and did the spot test on drill holes with nitric acid, and as you can see, the inside of the drill holes are gold.
I don't understand how it can be physically the same size, yet be more gold now, and not have changed its shape if the density is higher.
Well, I tell you what, it's well, try to put your mind around it this way. If you got 2 atoms of silver is a diatomic molecule, and you form those 2 atoms in silver into gold, they're going to, the actual physical outside is going to occupy close to the same space. It's not going to change just from our reactor.
I have no idea how that went, what to think of that. He didn't really give me any answers. What he did give me is some bars, which if they really are gold, I mean, that's absolutely outstanding. But he's either mad as a teaspoon or an absolute genius.
I'm amazed. You're making gold in a garage.
Yeah.
What else can you show me?
Well, I tell you what, not on camera, I can show you what's inside.
Okay, I'll turn the camera off.
I'm not sure why he asked me to turn the camera off. Inside, all I saw was what looked like a Subway sandwich wrapped in tin foil.
I'm Dr. Joe Champion, and this is being filmed in the Dr. Champion Gold Room of a Japanese restaurant in St. George, Utah. Many people who have followed me, and which there have been thousands and thousands of people who have followed me over the last 20 years, a lot of people are aware of the fact that no one really expected me back after February 18th of 2009, when I was violently attacked and put in a hospital by one attacker who tried to kill me. I did survive, as you can see. That's the only reason I'm talking right now. But it was a long struggle. For those interested in the attack, it was William Flake, F-L-A-K-E, was the attacker, and you can research William Flake and Joe Champion on Google, and you will find several newspaper articles and of the attack and what happened. And so, but I am here now and back in the saddle. I never was able, and when I started this research in '84, I was able to make small amounts of precious metals, but never able to make large commercial amounts. I was just in the process of making large commercial amounts prior to being attacked. Then once I finally recovered from the hospital, I am out and back into production now. I have partners which I cannot release on any type of media. But we have a full production facility in Washington, Utah, and with that we are looking at doing large, wonderful things, not only in the production of precious metals. This is one little piece right here that I brought for today. This is actually metals made from a cold fusion reaction, and this is approximately 1 kilo of metals, and it was started from 100% pure copper, and now there's no copper at all in it. There's zinc, silicon, silver, and gold in it. But this is a 100% transmutation of the base metals into new metals. Part of them are base metals, part of them are precious metals. But it is this is an accomplishment of the technology owned by Low Energy Nuclear Change, and we are very happy to be here in Utah and be a part of this. The technology started in 1984 by another group, which then I picked it up in 1987, and from 1987 to this date, it's been 100% of my work on bringing it to its final fruition. We do like what we're doing, and there's still ways to go, and but the fact is that we can, and we do on a daily basis, turn copper into silver and gold, just like the way Mother Nature did it in the metals of our earth. We are actually only replicating exactly 100% replication of Mother Nature over the process, but we are more specific because we only produce exactly what we want. We don't produce the entire planet, and we're able to produce these metals on demand, and it's just a lot of fun. And low energy nuclear change and cold fusion, alchemy, they're all the same, and we're able to do this on small scales, like taking copper and converting it to zinc, taking copper and making silicon out of it, copper and making an fusion and making silver, and then taking that silver, putting it in a fusion and making gold. That's what we do for income. And so we are not creating something that it hasn't been done by Mother Nature or something before. We're just doing it neater and faster, and is very economical, and there is not any problems with emissions, radiation, or other things. So the big problem with precious metals, like when we go to sell our precious metals or go to a refinery, it becomes a question: where did this metal come from in its original condition? Where do we find it? Where do we buy it from? Recycle it or mine it? No, we actually produced it. So, I mean, this can totally upset the apple cart of the financial industry, because now we can take base metals and $8 a pound copper and turn it into about $20,000 of gold per pound. And so this is a major problem for the government, how to control it. But it is technology that was developed here in the USA, and we look forward to sharing this with more people. But right now, all the production of our metals that we're doing is tightly held and tightly controlled by people who associate with the government for us, and there is no opening for anybody who watches this video to get involved in it. It's just not possible. It is a fact that the metals are some people would use the term synthetic, but they're not synthetic. I mean, gold is gold no matter where you make it, and in our laboratory or you dig it from the ground, it's gold. I am probably one of the most fortunate writers, especially on this topic, in the world, because the technology started in the 20th century, and now today we're in the 21st century. So I'm able to produce books and publications from both the 20th century and 21st century. And so I am the only writer that I know that has been able to do that. The 20th century alchemy, which is available, is one of the best books that I really enjoyed writing. As you read it, you will find the trials and tribulations that I had to go through with the government, and everything's laid out in it. Names are mentioned, locations are mentioned, universities in Mexico, universities in Texas A&M, everybody, and their names of the people who were there are mentioned. So everything is totally transparent. So there's nothing to hide, or you don't have to go try to search around new areas or try to find new areas in actually what occurred in books. You can go directly to the sources. I think there's 23 contributors I've got in there, and some of them are good people, some of them are bad people, but they were all associated with me in some phase of this technology. We look forward to producing the 21st century alchemy, which will probably be written within the next 6 months to a year, because now, I mean, we are looking at being able to change the economic conditioning of the United States, maybe in form of being able to help them with their debt reduction, and help and make the United States the largest producer of metals in the world. just like the way Mother Nature did it in the mantles of our Earth. We are actually only replicating exactly 100% replication of Mother Nature over the process, but we are more specific because we only produce exactly what we want. We don't produce the entire planet.
Well, good morning, world. Dr. Champion again. Hey, we're still in St. George, but we're looking at something a little bit different today. Saturday, the 17th of January, 2009. And what we're looking at is a few bars. This bar was originally a bar we made this a couple of weeks ago. It's been on the internet, and if it looks like it's gold, this was a silver bar starting with, of course. If it looks like it's gold, guess what? It is. We just cut off the end of the bar. Now you can see the bar there, and there's the end of the bar, and somewhere around here I have the little end piece of it that I think we just got a weight on, but I'll bring it back over here so that everybody can see it. And okay, here's the end piece after it was cut. Oh, and sorry about the shakiness of the video. That is my fault. And if there's any questions, yes, I am totally sober today, at least at this point in time. But anyway, the bar weighed exactly, 1 second, it was 56 grams, I think. Huh? Yes. The corner weighed 56.8 grams. Now, also, when we did this little cut, we saved all of the shavings between two of them. Now, here are the shavings right here. And as you probably can see on this, and this is, we can see here very clearly, shavings are gold. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to actually talk and walk at the same time. Many people don't know I could do this, but we're going to get a weight on these shavings right now. And Mr. Bradley is doing this. And we gotta get zero first. Okay. Now we're getting all the shavings in there, and we've got, let's see, I promise you I will not be a video photographer, so, there we go. Okay, we have 6.4 grams. Now what we're going to do for you, William, would you bring me one of those Coors dishes that are over there on the sink? I think they're over there. Oh, behind you on Alan. What we're going to do now is actually take that material, and we're going to put in a Coors dish as being shown now. Okay, and what we're going to do is stop the video now. Don't worry, I will be back. And we're going to take this out and put some acid on it. And we're going to see if it's silver or gold. Remember, this came from a 16-ounce silver bar. And it is, well, actually, it was a 57-ounce, but it's now gold. Let's go take a look at it. Okay, well, we're back with me. I took the 4 grams out here. We got it in a little Coors dish on top of the furnace, and we're getting ready to acidify it right now so we can see if there's gold in there and see how much. So I'll talk to you in just a second. Okay, well, I tell you what, you're actually getting, see the 4.6 grams in there. The actual bubbling is from the fact there is still some silver association, as we know, and we're dissolving all the silver away. Everything left in there will be gold. Now, this is not one of the best videos, but probably one of the most important videos I've made in the last couple of years, because you're actually seeing the silver dissociation going into silver nitrates. All the black stuff at the bottom of that, let's see if we can, all that stuff down there is true 100% 24 karat gold when it stops dissolving. it won't be long. We'll get to see it dissolve. So we know we had 4.6 grams here. We'll be able to weigh the gold out here later on today, and we'll be able to see exactly what percentage of that bar is gold. Now, another thing we're going to do, we're going to take the large piece that we cut off, we're going to take it and melt it down totally. Then once we do this, if everybody is not too tired that's working with me here, we're going to take a Johnson Matthey bar, cut it in half, and see how much gold's in a Johnson Matthey bar. Johnson Matthey says it's silver, but I say it's gold. I wonder if Johnson Matthey knows how to refine or not, because we've got gold in that bar. Okay, we're back, and we're taking back at my garage laboratory, and let's look at the gold in the nitric acid. As you can see, there's very little reaction in there now. I mean, it's quite quiescent, very calm, and all the stuff you see in the bottom of there, if you can see it well with the camera, that's all gold, guys. Now we started at 4.6 grams. My partner, Mr. Bradley, says it's going to be about 1 gram. Since I've been around this stuff, I'm going to hedge my bet. I'm going to say we have pretty close to 3.6 grams of gold in there. Now, who knows? I tell you what, we'll find out in just a second. The furnace is at temperature. We're going to clean this thing up now, and we're going to get the gold out. I'm turning the hot plate off now, just because, I mean, there's no more reaction. There's all the silver that was in there has gone into solution. So let's go ahead and take a test. I'll stop the video now because I'm going to have both hands clean it off. I'll let you see what it looks like before it goes into the furnace. Talk to you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I've poured off the acid, which contains silver nitrate, of course, and this is all the gold that remains. Now, it doesn't look like gold to most people, but it will shortly, because what we're going to do with this now is take the gold, and I am going to put it in a capel, and I'll show you a picture of the capel after we get it into the capel, and then we're going to put it in a furnace, and we're going to make a gold bead of it. So stand by, stay tuned. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, that didn't take too long. Now we have Paul Bradley is actually scraping the stuff out of the Coors dish into a capel. Now, if there's any metallurgist watching this, don't complain about the way I'm doing this. Yes, there's a little bit of wet material going in capel, but it's not the way you're supposed to do things. But hey, we're in St. George, Utah. We can do things any way we want to, especially with the minimum amount of tools we had to work with. And I didn't want to make this a 3-day video. I just want to make a quick video, show you all the gold we got out of this stuff, and we wanted to get it all done. So he's very carefully doing that, because the reason I'm watching him, not from the fact that I want to make sure everything goes in there, because I said 3.6 grams. I want to make sure I'm right. We'll never know, but I think we'll probably hit pretty close to 3.6 grams. Boy, I tell you what, that sure was a pretty bar, wasn't it, guys? We'll take some more pictures of it, and it'll be on the internet for some time now. And so I tell you what, let's get this stabilized, and I'll take some more pictures. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back again. We've got the material out of the little Coors dish, which is, as you can see there, is empty. Now we have it in a capel, and what we're going to do is go ahead and take it up to temperature. The next time you see me or hear me talking, we'll have it coming out of the furnace. So we're just going to melt it just exactly like that in this capel, and then from this point, we'll determine exactly what we're going to do after. We have a whole bunch of beads. We may have to put lead on it and bring it together. But first, let's bring it down like it is, and let's take a look. So hang in there, more to come. Okay, we're back with you. We're about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit on the furnace, and we'll take a look inside, and so you can see what's happening. And see if I can zoom. As you can see, nothing's melted yet, but guess what? Gold doesn't melt at this temperature. We got to get hotter. But this gives you an idea of what it's looking like in the furnace. We'll be back with you in a little bit, so stay tuned, and we'll show you some more in a minute. Okay, we're back. We're at 2,200 degrees, and we now have, I want to see if I can get a picture of it here. We now have, that's a piece of gold that's in there. As you can see, it's all over the place, but, oh, sorry about that. I could see, but you couldn't, because I wasn't pointing the camera at the right thing. But, all right, we're going to, I think, instead of doing more to it, I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull it out and just let it start cooling. So I'm going to stand back here and let Mr. Bradley do all the work here. And it is hot, I guarantee you that. Okay, he's got it out, and wow. That is what we would call a very hot piece of gold. I mean, it is, it's a, we don't know how much it weighs yet. We'll let it cool off, then we'll weigh it. But it is about as gold as what gold is. And by the way, this is all made by phonon resonance and low energy nuclear transmutation. And this is only just a small part of it. Now, this isn't the last of the video, because what we're going to do next is we're going to take that end piece, and we'll go back over what that is, and we're going to put it in the furnace and melt it, and it'll come out just like what this one is. Okay, well, I tell you what, stand by. I will be back. We're not going to stop this until it gets on the internet. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to show this to you because what we're going to do is, I mean, that's just it. The furnace is at 2,200 degrees, and that's just how the metal came out. So it's, I mean, it's just a real nice, pretty chunk of gold. I'm gonna put some lead on this so we can get it all together in a bead. Put it back in the furnace. Then we'll take a look at it in the bead form. Then I'll start melting the other side. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm going to show you the bead in just a minute because we added lead to it to bring it all together. But right now, while we're doing that, we're going to multitask. I'm going to actually take this little chunk of gold there. We're going to put it in the furnace and melt the whole thing. So stand by. We'll add some more in just a second. Okay, at this time I'm just going to put the chunk into this scorifying dish, this silicon oxide scorifying dish. We're going to put it in it, and Sir William is going to put it in the furnace for us. And while this is going, I'll let you look at the gold bead we made today. And let me just come over here just so that there it is in the furnace. We'll see it melt in just, for you it's only be a few seconds. For me it's going to be about an hour. Okay, we're back and we're taking it out of the furnace. Let me get a quick look at it there. Oh yes, now we're back. We're taking it out of the furnace, and we're just is now molten, and we're going to let it cool. But that is what molten gold looks like at 2200 degrees Fahrenheit. We're just going to set it there for a minute. And we'll watch it for a second, but that is the end piece that we had, and it's still, as everybody can see. And don't you just love this camera work? See, I multitask it. I'm multitasking now, and we're looking at metal as this is all from the photon resonance, guys. It all worked. Now, as you can see, there is the metal. It's, of course, it's already cooled down and everything. So I mean, but it's still very extremely hot. But that's a big chunk of gold. Now we know there's a little bit of silver in it. Now we'll go back up. This is a little while ago. That had the silver removed from it. So this is how gold is made in St. George, Utah. I'll talk to you a little bit more once we get this thing out of here. Thank you. Well, gentlemen, there it is. It's out, and that's what it looks like now after it's molten. And there's the purified gold bead right there. Okay, let me get some weights on these, then we'll talk some more. Okay, we're entering the end of this video almost. Let's go back and recap. This is the 57-ounce bar that we started from here. And as you can see, that's the corner we cut off. Now, from that bar we had the drillings, which you saw earlier. The drillings were taken and in heated nitric, and all the silver evolved into the silver nitrate. All we had left was the gold. The gold produced, and that was 4.6 grams of drillings we started with. It produced a 3.1 gram bead, which is hiding right there. There. Well, to the best of this camera, we'll show it anyway. So that's a pure gold 3.1 gram bead, meaning that from this bar, let's see if we can show the whole bar there. That bar is 67% gold. We start off with a new silver bar that converted to gold. This is what is remained of that little corner we cut out, and this is a Johnson Matthey and a Sunshine silver bar that's made in our reactor that is no longer silver. Now it contains an unknown quantity of gold, probably close to the 60% range based on the testing we've done on the bars. So in essence, this is a commercial demonstration of how silver can convert to gold, $11 silver to $800 gold. Not a bad start for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more text on this. This video was just roughly done just to show everybody the reality of the gold we have. Thank you.